Hello, my children, and welcome to Dungeons & Dragons. My name is Alan the Yellow-Eyed. I'm the High Priest of the Great Yellow Eyeball. May its gaze be upon you this and every one of your days. But today, I am the Dungeon Master. So, where we left off... Thank you guys very much for those tweets and the hosts. You're all my best friends. Stevie, thank you, that host. You're not my best friend. So when we last left off, something absolutely terrible happened to our illustrious crew. Thank you for that.
Cooper say no.
Everybody pretty much died. It was terrible. There was a great black pudding, one of a very diddly ooze that basically ate Huss. It ate Skamos, and it ate the dwarf, Morgan. It ate them all. The only ones that got away were Andrea and Gregic, the bugbear. But maybe things aren't as they seem. Maybe things are different.
Inconceivable!
Maybe it was just an omen of things to come. Perhaps. The dream. Wait, I gotta do this first.
No.
I gotta... Whoops, wrong thing. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Wow, today is terrible. Sorry, I'm a little sick, so bear with me, kids. The dream
Don't come back.
starts like it always does. A great chain, each link made of lightning, clouds, fire, ice, stone, hills, and various other smaller links, all combined floating above the land. A disembodied force shatters the chain and the links fall to the ground below. From each of the links, elements spread. War breaks out where the edges touch. People run for their lives. The image changes. A boat sailing calmly north towards Waterdeep from Chult. It switches again, the war raging, faceless forces of the links and chains attacking each other. People fleeing, people dying.
Yes, so,
It changes again. A village.
It wasn't Cooper.
With a large black stones directly in the center of it. It fades out, and again, more war, people screaming, following by suffering, rage, and death. But this next part, this next part is new. The cave where the Nightstone villagers were found. We fly in. We have no wings, but we fly in. We see the war again. The vision clears. There's a giant stalagmite in the middle of the cavern, its surface covered with holes. To your right, the tiefling bard lies dying on the stone floor, his back still sizzling from the acid burning away at his flesh, from the black blob that sit right in front of you. Directly to your left is a dwarf, finally silenced, his armor slowly melting from a single strike from this black ooze. He is barely hanging on to life. You hear a voice echo through the cave telling everyone to run, but you know it is too late. The paladin, in a last-ditch effort, takes a massive slash to the black blob with her sword and slices it in two. Your chest tightens. You see it happening in slow motion, and you are completely unable to act. A tendril of black death protrudes from this newly formed inky mass hanging from the ceiling above you. You watch in horror as it strikes you firmly in the chest, instantly burning a hole through your shell. You feel the acid dissolving your insides, liquid hot fire spreading from your chest to the rest of your body. Things grow dim, but before everything fades, you see the sword coast from above, broken, destroyed. The elemental forces of war seemed to battle on, but everything else was dead. you can't help but feel that your death is linked to this destruction of the world. You awaken, and you find yourself in Nightstone Inn. Everyone is still alive and well. But your chest aches deep inside. Although there is no injury there to be seen.
If you find something floating in the pool...
That's just a little bit of the dream that you have experienced, Huss, as we wake up. Still in the Nightstone Inn.
After that, I woke up in like a cold turtle sweat.
A cold turtle sweat, sure.
Glad I wore my brown pants.
Yes. So, alright, so you guys all wake up, and...
The cave is death! The hat is right! I'm screaming this as I wake up.
Okay. Alright.
Why are you guys yelling? What's going on? I mean, it's too early to be yelling. What happened?
I had a bad dream.
Bad dream.
That's a wild way of putting it.
I mean...
I get these sometimes.
Well, do go on, sir.
I know you really want to go back to the cave, but this pain in my chest tells us we should not.
And I guess celestial images and voice. I hear a voice that tells me that the cave is death, the hat is life. I do not think we should go back to the cave, or we will die.
Eeh. Sounds like a horrible, horrible... Alright, let's not do that then. Shit.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
I mean, listen, you don't get to be 138 and not heed warnings such as this. I mean, when a turtle tells you there's death to the north, you don't go north. I mean, it's as easy as that for a dwarf my age.
What about all those other times the turtle told you not to do something and you did it anyway?
I mean, the fight looked good on my end. So, I mean... Besides, look at how cold and sweaty that turtle looks. I mean, he looks scared. I ain't gonna fight that. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of scared of the turtle. Not sure if he's gonna turn into that wolf again and eat me or something. Ugh.
Right. And in my dream, you barely got touched, and you almost died. I got touched really hard, and I did
Bad
not.
touch. Bad touch. What?
Bad touch, bad touch.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm ready to be done helping this village. I just want to get out of here.
I'm fine with leaving if you guys all are.
Alright, so while you guys are having your discussion, Morak, the owner of the inn and, fellow dwarf, kind of walks downstairs and kind of sees you all sitting around talking. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, this time he's Irish?
I forgot how I did his voice last time.
Pretty
What
good,
I got
sir.
right now. This is what he is. This is it.
Do you have any lucky charms?
I am kind of hungry.
Don't insult
Listen.
the guy, sir. Fuck.
Listen, I'm letting you stay here for free. All right. So anyway, so he just kind of he kind of looks at you just like, I want to ask you a question. I wonder
Hey,
if
what is
you
that?
could stick around for one more day. We will make it worth your while. Your help yesterday in getting us at least partially set up was greatly appreciated, but we want to show you a token of our appreciation, and it'll take a little bit of time.
Oh!
Also,
what is that smell? It was not Goober this time.
I have a favor I have to ask of you.
Inconceivable!
If it's going back to the cave, you can forget it, dude.
Nay. What this is almost a favor. Or Rash selfishness. You have no ties here. You have no reason to be here, and I know... I can see it in your eyes. I heard it as I was walking down. You're ready to leave. And I understand. Believe me, I do. I was once a adventurer myself. I didn't take to it, so I opened this place.
I was gonna say, if you totally say you took an arrow to the knee,
You did. Oh, you did right.
No, I did not. I was not going to say I took an arrow to the knee. I wish I would have now, though.
That's great.
I wish I would have now. All right. So I opened this place. But if you could stick around for one more day, we can make it worth your while.
What do you think, guys? Should we help him out one more day?
So,
I mean, we've
so
been
what's-
here this long. What's one more day?
So the favor is sticking around, or was there more to that?
Well, so he wants you to stick around. Basically, the favor he hasn't really gotten to yet. He just wants you to stick around because they'll make it worth your while. Is what he said.
Right. I want to know more about this favor.
Well,
I'm curious about something. So if we're starting fresh in the morning, the conversation with Zulkin.
that was the day
necessarily
before.
happened. So I've already so I know about that still.
Yep, that was the day before.
Fabulous. Well, folks, I'm in no rush to necessarily leave, but I have a bit of information that the group might want to consider prior to making any formal decisions. Sir Dwarf, I would love to take you up on your offer, but still, Zulkin did say something about Daggerford and his contact, the Snail. I mean, if that slippery weasel himself said something about another city, we might have a lead out of this place. I mean, I'm in no hurry to leave. I would love to take them up on their offer, but I mean, I don't necessarily know that we're in a rush or a hurry state at the moment. I just don't know the timing. So, what y'all think?
I mean, we know the way out of this place. We've literally opened and closed it like twice and taken it 3 times. We know how to get out. It's a nice little drawbridge. I don't see any harm in staying here.
All right.
Just curious on exactly what the favor is. Is it going to involve more combat?
I couldn't tell you anything on that, but it's more of a delivery, I guess.
A delivery?
See, yesterday, I sent word to Waterdeep to let them know of what had happened here, and I hope to gain word that they're going to send some reinforcements, especially if those blasted Zeds come back. But that's our problem, not yours. The thing is that, well, a lot of really good people died when this attack happened over the past couple of days, and well, they have next of kin that don't live here. And we thought, well, maybe you could deliver at least one of the messages. So, my neighbor, my friend, Semi, he was one of the killed that when the giants attacked. None of his family lived here. He was on his own. He owned the trading post. Whoops. Read the wrong one. My bad. More he's got a sister. Or was it a brother? I don't remember. A sibling of some sort. Sheriff in Bryn's Shander. It's a distance. It's all the way to the north. It's in Icewind Dale. It's far. But if you could let them know, that would be helpful. Or So there was an elderly couple also killed when the giants attacked. They were older and they had this cat. But it was a cat with wings.
I know the catbird.
And nobody, they don't have any family here, and nobody wants that blasted thing. I mean, it's a cat.
Ooh.
And it has wings.
That sounds like
It's
terrible.
Nobody wants to take care of it. So if you could capture it and
Goober say no.
take it to the Golden Fields, they have a son there named Miros. I'm sure he would want to take care of this thing. He left here, so it was his pet while he lived here, and then he's moved to Golden Fields. So if you could maybe take the cat back, that would be helpful.
I will do that.
And the last one, and again, this is when I'm not asking you to do all of this. But we have another one that was taken by the goblins. And, judging by the screams, he was probably still in that cave. He was in charge of the trading post. And, his ex-wife owns another one in Tribor. It's up to you, but maybe that's the only kin he has, so maybe she would want to know. But think about it today. This evening, during the feast, let me know what your decision is. And he kind of nods at each one of you, looks at all of you, and starts to walk out the door. And he stops. He opens the door partially and stops, and turns around and looks directly at you, Greg, and goes, "You know, I've run into quite a few of your kind. You've given me a lot to think about, because you're not like the other ones." And he kind of just hurries out the door and shuts it behind him.
One of these things is not like the other.
Hell crap.
So, I'm curious, what's the map name for the bigger overall map of the area and all the cities?
The Sword Coast?
Thank you.
Alright, so Cap was at Golden Fields is where we need to go?
Yeah. The cat was Golden Fields. The ex-wife is Tribor. And the sheriff is all the way to the north, in the Icewind Dale area.
Ooh, I do believe I have some business up in that area. Can we go north?
Dale. And you said that was the sheriff?
Yeah. To go to Bryn Shander.
I'm just writing this down.
Okay, yeah.
Brimshander, you say?
Yeah. Brynshander. Bryn Shander. Or Brian Shander,
Well,
depending.
the dwarf thinks so fondly of me, I guess I can't reject his quest.
I mean, we've helped them out this far. Give them another day or two. Gonna hurt.
But,
I'm
Not to
in.
mention, it'll get us out of the city.
That indeed it will.
I cannot let the catbird stay here.
No, we'll take him to somebody.
We'll take him with us. I would love to try and care for the catbird. Sounds like
Fine,
a
we'll get all three, if we can. Is all three an option, or do we only choose one?
I mean, that's up to you. He only said he wasn't expecting you to do all three. He said, one that would be enough. That would be great.
Oh,
Personally, I think the Icewind Dale one, it might be a little too far out.
I mean, aren't you supposed
And that
to
sounds
wander?
really cold.
Yeah,
It also sounds really cold.
That's the one clear up north.
Oh yeah, way north.
Well, Turtle, when you get cold, come snuggle with the bugbear.
Oh my.
I snuggle with all the peoples.
You can just hit me once, I can make you real toasty.
I say we at least deliver the catbird.
I'm so.
And wasn't there another one closer to where we were going to take the catbird?
Well, there's one in Tribor.
Tribor, yeah.
Tribor. There's
So
one in
Golden Fields is if you have your Sword Coast. Did I share that? I don't think I have that shared with you guys anymore. So
I was gonna say, I can't find any of those maps.
yeah, I don't think I shared it anymore.
Yeah,
There
the
we
only
go.
map I have is of the town.
All right, we'll do this real quick. All right. So you're currently in Nightstone, which is right south of the Ardeep Forest. Golden Fields is directly north of it. But in order to take the roads, which will probably be the safer trek as opposed to like trying to ford across the river and I mean, if you want to go through the Ardeep, you sure can, but
No, thank you. No,
I got it.
I think we're good.
We were told not to.
yeah, the elves there might not enjoy that. But so if you take the road, you have to take the road south to the high road up to Waterdeep, and then take it north up to Golden Fields. That'll take about a 10-day, which is the Forgotten Realms equivalent of a week. Basically, there's 3 10 days in a month. So it'll take about 10 days to get there. If you keep going north, you will see Tribor, which is right in the Dessarian, or next to the Dessarian Valley, north of Westbridge, kind of smack dab in the middle of
That's a long trek.
the Sword Mountains. Yeah, but it's up pretty much a well-traveled main road, the long road there. The dark red ones are the well-traveled, like, primary road routes, and the red ones are kind of secondary roads. And then if you keep going all the way up, you'll reach the Icewind Dale area, and you can see Bryn Shendar way up in the corner
up
over
there.
here. Yeah.
It's clear up there. That looks like it's chilly.
Right.
That'll take a long time to get to, probably.
So I'm thinking, let's take notes of the things that are being asked for, and we will do our best to hit these places en route to the things that we find. I dare say, Huss, you're so interested in the catbird. Let us not have that be your endeavor. I'm interested in going up north to the mountains and dealing with the sheriff. I have business up north. The dwarves love me up there.
I personally think we should stick together. We've never done good when we've split up the group.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, thousands of miles apart.
So
I say we travel north and start with the closest town in Goldenfield and deal with the catbird first.
Yep, and then
I have no intention of leaving the group. You guys have saved my life too many times.
I think we should try and hit all 3 and just travel together and just go up the northern thing. I mean, at this point,
yeah, we can see what happens once we get to Tribor. And
Just a thought. How do you explain what we're supposed to be doing? Because
Don't know.
originally we were sent here to check out the hole in the ground or whatever.
Well,
I mean, I was just passing
the
by.
Nightstone's gone.
Right.
So, might as well do this and then come back and see if the giants decide to throw it back at them.
I was just passing by. Where'd you guys get that mission from, or whatever? Was that Waterdeep?
We were sent from Waterdeep. Right?
I was just trying to do business. I was hoping there was a town and a tavern. I was hoping to get drunk and do trade. Shit. So I'm in to continue doing business, and I ain't leaving nobody because, let's face it, you guys love me and I need to live, so please don't leave me.
He said you guys love me.
Totally love me. Yeah, I'll do it.
This is what I'm thinking, because if you guys are sent to go report on the Nightstone or whatnot and figure out what's going on, on our way to Golden Fields, you can report to whoever gave you that mission saying, hey, say Nightstone's been taken or whatnot, and then we can do whatever they do there. We can go to Golden Fields and go on and follow you since.
Yeah, because I guess we gotta pass Waterdeep in order to get the Golden Field anyway,
Yep.
right?
You guys need to me to tell you what a
Golden
goblin track looks like.
From Golden Fields, we can head up to Tribor.
I think we all know what goblin tracks look like now.
Seen enough of them.
Saying you don't need the bugbear anymore?
Totally need the bugbear
we love
because
our
you're awesome.
bugbear.
You cut the proper things in half.
Okay.
Yes.
Or
So
snakes.
are we all in agreement? We'll leave Nightstone, stop by Waterdeep, head up to Golden Fields, and then from there head up to Tribor?
Seems legit to me.
Infinity and beyond.
Right. Let's
All right.
explore as much of this map as we can.
All right, so
Maybe-
while you guys are, since it seems like you came to a conclusion, essentially, while you guys were sticking around today, the rest of the townsfolk were working together, basically hooking up. You can see different spots where they're using the new horses that they have acquired in their day, being used to kind of dislodge a lot of these large rocks. And kind of get them out. A lot of them just are getting pulled over to the moat, essentially, and just thrown into the water. Because that's probably the easiest way for them to get rid of them, essentially. So a lot of these big stones have been being pulled out of the ground. You notice that not all the horses are currently in use. They seem to be resting some of them. And everyone's kind of raising their hands to you. Even they're even being friendly to the bugbear, even if they're not a little bit, let's say, nervous around him. But they, at least know that he's not, the vicious killer that most bugbears are. I mean, he is, but just not to them. So as the day moves into late afternoon, you start smelling the sweet smell of meat being cooked. And it just smells really good. And as time goes on, the people of the town have kind of set up a lot of whatever tables and chairs that they could find that in the destruction that is left of their town, and kind of set it up in the square, kind of on a makeshift feast, really. And apparently you guys are the guests of honor for this feast. And they kind of sit you all down at one of the longer tables, and they basically, the party goes kind of late into the night. Everyone's having a good time. They're toasting to you and all this other stuff. And as things start to wind down after dinner, Morak comes up to you with a bag in his hands. And he says, kind of loudly, "With the lady gone, it kind of falls on me to do this. We, the people of Nightstone, don't have much, especially not now. It's going to take time to rebuild. But there may not be any of us here if it wasn't for you. It's not a lot, but it's what we could get together with what we could find." And he takes this bag, which is kind of a pretty hefty bag here, and kind of plops it down on the table between all of you, and you hear the much familiar sound of a bunch of coins inside. I ain't one for speeches, but it's what we could find. It's 250 gold. 50 gold for each of you. I know it's probably not what you want, and maybe you deserve more, but it's what we have. And somebody in the back, who knows, probably extremely inebriated. Speech! Speech!
This is awfully generous of you, sir. We appreciate you and everyone here for this. Thank you. We never expected to find food, drink, or sack of gold for that. Most of us kind of happened here. Wanderers, really. Traders in one end. Fuck.
He kind of just he just kind of glares at you a little bit because remember he knows you went through his stuff. But he just kind of nods and then kind of turns around and meanders off. No, I thought they were gonna have no speech, and then you hear a familiar thud of someone falling out of their chair. So the party kind of winds down, and as everyone kind of starts meandering back to their homes, and Morak kind of walks up to you guys and says, "Again, the inn can be your place to sleep tonight. If you want, have you given any thought to my request?"
Well,
Yes, we have.
Go on.
And we've decided that we will take the catbird to its new little owner, and that would also go up to Tribor? Tribor. And then we'll see once we get to Tribor, we'll see from there if we're going to make the trip up to Bryn Shander.
Oh, you would do that for us? I don't know what. Thank you. Just.
It's the least I could do for my horrible behavior, sir.
Thank you. The village of Nightstone thanks you. And he just kind of turns around real quick, and you kind of see him kind of wipe his eye a little bit as he walks off.
Aww.
All right, so everyone's pretty much kind of made their way home. You guys settling in for the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's 50 gold to my inventory or what?
What's that? Yeah, just add the gold to the inventory. Each of you get 50 if you're splitting it evenly.
The dwarf.
I mean, cool.
We should take it.
Still have all the loot from before too.
Maybe we should take the dwarf's cut.
Fight me.
I know a dwarf that would like to fight you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, there is. I mean,
you went through his bedroom, dude. Okay, so the next day, you're actually awakened by terrible screaming. People are screaming in terror. The Giants are back! The Giants are back! The Giants!
Shaking from my bed, you hear the dwarf hit the floor, and just swearing.
You kind of hear some thump, 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 thump of feet from upstairs as Morak comes running downstairs. As God damn, this can't be happening again! And he kind of runs outside, kind of still in his night clothes.
I want to head outside as well.
Same.
All right.
I would like to peer out the door and see what's going on.
Okay.
I'm not quite interested in running quite out the door yet.
So, as you come walking, or as you come outside, you can see everyone kind of freaking out, and they're pointing to the west. And to the west, you can see what looks to be a tower floating on a cloud. Here's the thing, though. It's got to be at least 1,000 feet in the air. But it's got to be, because of how big it looks, even though it's that high up, it's got to be a couple hundred, maybe 400, 500. Who knows? It's a few hundred feet tall.
Yeah.
But here's the weirdest thing. On top of it is what looks like a wizard's hat. It's purple, and it's got yellow stars all over it. And it makes up almost 50% of the entire height of this castle.
What?
It keeps floating towards the town.
That is life.
And as it starts getting closer, the people are kind of getting as far away from it as they can, but the problem is that they're not trying to leave, because that would take them towards this floating tower.
The cave is death, the hat is life.
So this tower is just kind of floating up. And again, 1,000 feet. But it stops in the air, still up in there, and just stops somewhere out in the field to the west of the town, and just kind of hovers there for a little bit. And then silently, almost eerily, clouds start to appear around it in a circular fashion, going around the cloud. And these circles kind of spiral downward farther and farther. And as it gets a little closer, you can start to make out that these are steps.
Ruh-roh.
And these steps go all the way down until they touch the ground.
Ruh-roh, Ruggy?
The townspeople are still kind of freaked out, but they're less freaked out now because usually this is when the boulders start flying from the castles, from the towers.
They're sending the infantry?
We need to go check this out.
So is it close enough that we could get on the cloud steps?
Yeah, so essentially, if it's about 50 feet from the front gate of Nightstone is where these steps are.
I am going to go towards the cloud steps.
Okay.
Right.
So you guys start kind of setting it, and just so you kind of have an idea, of kind of
messages we need and the catbird in case we start.
Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Please don't send the dwarf to get the catbird. I'll probably mess it up somehow.
So you're gonna go get the cat?
Huss, you're gonna go get the catbird?
All right. So Huss is taking off to go get the catbird, the Tressum. All right.
I'll go to the front gate as well.
And we're going west, right?
So this tower.
That is great.
Like I said, it's a tower wearing a hat.
And they send a cloud set staircase just outside,
and it's sitting on top of a cloud. Yes.
I would like to know the gentlemen or the gentle folk, as it were, that when owns such a castle. I'm curious. They have my attention.
So, Amandrea, you were headed towards the steps, right?
The steps, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. So we've got Amandrea, Greg, and and then the other two went to go get the cat. All right. So while they were getting the cat, which wasn't actually as difficult for you guys to get as you thought, the rest of you guys make it over to the steps. The steps are made of pure cloud, but weirdly enough, are firm to the touch when you kind of press down on them. So it's this white, fluffy cloud stuff, but it's also firm when you kind of step on it. So you don't step through it, you step on it.
Probably bad idea.
Okay, I'm going to start climbing the steps.
Okay.
Well, is Huss with us yet?
Yeah, you guys were basically kind of investigating the steps and all that while he was getting the cat. So he's got the cat, and...
Who are we missing?
Our twaddle.
A twaddle. All right. So you guys start walking up these steps. The steps themselves are not treacherous in any way. They're very firm. They're very easy to climb. So you take a while to climb the 1,000 feet to get to the top of this castle, or this tower, I mean. And let's do this.
Somebody's swimming.
Children, please. Try to play a friendly game of D&D, not drown our bard.
Alright, hold on. Hold on, I'm about to share something with you, but I gotta do this first. Gotta do all this. Alright.
Hey, I will be right back.
Okay. Alright, let's do this thing. And share. Alright, as you get to the top, you kind of get to the first floor of this thing. What's up, Suffer? You get to the first floor of this thing. And you guys are all as you climb up, you all end up about right here. Alright, so yeah, you're up here on this big... Now, as you actually get... Now that you're this close to this thing has to be a good 400 feet tall, if not taller. The hat makes up a lot of that. Like, a lot of it. Probably about half the entire tower's height. Over, you can see these buttresses to the north of you that are all kind of, again, about, 40 feet tall, these buttresses. So it is not small in any way, shape, or form. This is ginormous. And getting up here, it's very quiet. Other than, a breeze kind of blowing through, which is just kind of, the cloud that you're standing on, which is just as firm as everything else, as the steps. Wisps of it kind of fly off a little bit as this wind kind of blows through. But other than that, the noise of the wind, it is very quiet.
And do we see the entrance to get inside?
So you see this open spot. Well, you see this little outcropping right here. You're not I mean, that might be where the opening is, but you can't, where you're standing, you can't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and see if that is the way in.
Okay. So as you look up here, basically looking through the front door of this, you have a lot of, well, so right in front of you, about 20 feet in, is a giant blue curtain. But it's made of like a very thin material, like a satin or something kind of see-through, so you can easily see. The wind kind of blows it lazily in the wind, and looking in there, you see a giant size table. That wooden thing right there is a table. That table is a good 8-9 feet tall. Behind it sits a chair, which is, actually, it's, about 7 foot tall. The chair itself's about 9 foot tall. You can kind of see these two statues on each side of the thing as well. They just look like statues.
Maybe we should take that table down to the village. They can make a house out of it.
Heck yeah. They could, like, make all sorts of stuff out of that. I'm going to go inside.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. As you move in, so as you move into this main chamber itself is very, very tall. It's a good 100 feet up to the ceiling. And hanging from the ceiling are these braziers, each of them kind of having it's nice and lit up essentially in this whole thing. Yeah, they're hanging from the ceiling, so you can't get to them, but they're all glowing with their own light, and they are keeping the inside of this place very well lit. And as I said, there's a ceiling. It's about 100 feet above you, and right where you're standing directly under. Okay, now you're not. You were standing directly under a 20-foot circle in the ceiling above. And you can kind of see another floor above it. It probably... There's at least a one more floor possibly above that one, because you see another opening further up into another ceiling, which maybe is another 80 feet past that.
And can we see any way to get up to the second floor?
Not from here, no. So while you guys are kind of looking around, suddenly you see someone very large fall through the hole. But instead of just falling, they're floating very gently downward. It is
This probably bad idea.
It's a giant. That's the only... You've seen stories of giants in your childhood, and this is a giant. He is wearing a purple robe, and it's got gold stars all over it, kind of matching the hat that sits on top of this castle. And this is what he looks like. He's got a wispy beard, which looks almost like the same kind of cloud stuff that everything else is made out of. Very gray, very kind of ancient looking even. But he's floating down, and his arms are crossed, and he's just kind of looking at you all somewhat sternly as he floats down. So he keeps floating down and just keeps looking stern the whole time, not saying anything, not doing anything, just slowly floating. Then as he starts to get closer to the ground, he starts to rotate. His head starts moving forward, and his feet start going upward. He tucks his knees in, and he keeps rotating all the way around. He then lands on his feet after doing a full 360-degree flip, and lands kind of with one knee up, one knee back, and his head down. He then reaches up, puts his arms to the side, goes, "Ta-da!"
What a show off.
That was very impressive.
Thank you. Most people run when I do that. You've been a great audience. Wait. I've seen this. Turtle? He points at Huss.
That's me.
Bugbear? Dwarf? Angel lady?
The hat is
Demon
right.
boy? You're who I've been looking for. Hi.
Hi.
My name is Zepharos.
Oh, what is that smell? It was not Goober this
I
time.
have been flying around looking for you for a while now. The fates have told me that I would find you, but they did not tell me when or where. So I've been flying around, stopping at villages, hoping one of you would show up. And here you are! Ha ha! Welcome. Welcome. So his voice is booming. So he's just extremely loud. But he seems genuinely excited to have met you.
Say we leave. We already have one loud person in the party.
That's funny.
So why are you looking for us?
Oh, well. No. That's the wrong size. Okay. There we go. That's better. So yeah, he is way bigger than y'all. He stands about 18 foot tall. He's got a staff in one hand, and a little bag around his hip. Well, I say a little bag. It's a little bag compared to him, but it's a pretty giant bag compared to y'all.
I had a vision of your hat.
Oh, do you also get visions?
Yes.
I knew I would like you.
It said the hat was life.
Oh, it likes my hat, does it? Excellent.
I like your hat too.
Oh, you guys are crazy nice. And he kind of heads over and sits down in his chair. He kind of puts his hands there and kind of just... He's beaming at you. He seems really, really excited. He is just beaming at you. And,
You guys hiding under the table?
You guys gotta climb on top to talk to him? Or what are you doing there? Hiding under the table?
I'm just... I move closer. I'm not gonna try to climb the table. My dexterity sucks.
I'm just gonna fall off and get hurt.
Table would roll a crit.
So, anyway, so he's like, well, and now that I've met you, I'm supposed to take you somewhere, but no.
But we have places we need to go.
Do you?
We do have places to go.
Oh. Well then. How fortuitous. Where is it that you want to go?
Well, we've been helping this town of Nightstone here, and a lot of people died from a previous giant goblin invasion. So we've been tasked to deliver some messages to loved ones.
Oh, yes.
And a catbird.
And a catbird.
My brothers have been upset as of late. Things have been terrible since the ordning shattered.
The what?
The ordning! Do you not know of it?
So do you know the giants that attacked Nightstone?
I don't think so personally, no. What do you know about them?
We know very little. All we know is that they attacked Nightstone and pretty much devastated the town.
They flew in castles similar to yours and dropped stones.
Oh.
And they took a big black stone from the center of the town. Was it them? Sorry.
Nightstone.
They
Then
took
it-
the Nightstone.
Yeah.
Then indeed it was my brother, and it was another group of cloud giants. Don't worry, I am not with them. I have no intention of doing harm to anyone. I only want to set right what was broken.
Yeah, you seem pretty chill.
And we would appreciate.
No,
any help that
those
you
are the
could
frost
possibly give us.
giants. But indeed, the ordering has set a lot of things in motion, and when I was looking for signs and contacting other places and planes to find out how to fix it, I learned of you. And I know that you were a key to whatever is going on with this broken chain.
Chains? I see chains in my dreams.
Do you? Tell me, Turtle.
They're elemental chains. Lightning, clouds, fire, ice.
Really?
They're floating above the land. And something forces them to shatter.
Oh.
I have this dream often.
You have strong intuition, Turtle. Very strong. Yes, this chain is broken. It is not a real chain. It is a metaphorical one. Do you know what the ordering is?
We do not.
Music.
In ancient times, far before any of your races have been on the land, the All-Father of Giants put in a caste system, if you will, essentially an ordering of who the best giants are and who is the weakest giants among us. And for countless ages, this has remained intact. But it has been broken. Every giant felt it when this was no longer the place or the time. And what I do not know why exactly, but from my communications with the other sides, I believe it had something to do with our, dare I say, hands-off approach to the recent ugliness with the dragons. Do you know of that?
Nope.
Dragons. What happened with them? I'm starting to get a little afraid at this point.
So, this was a while. 20 years. Maybe more. A group of small folk like yourselves stopped the dragon cult from trying to bring Tiamat into this world. We knew about this plot. Many of us did. And we did nothing to stop it. The dragons are ancient enemies, trying to bring back their biggest and worst queen. And we did nothing. That is the reason I think the ordering was broken. And I don't know what's going to happen next. It is what kept us in line. The thing about it is, I fear that those among us will go to war soon, and if they do, your folk will be powerless to stop it. So I have to set this right, and I know, because I have been shown that you are that key.
Everything he's saying, guys, makes sense. It matches with the dreams that I keep having.
if we can help you in any way, I am more than willing to help you.
No, I am the one that wants to help you. You said you wanted to go somewhere?
Yes.
Why, I have a way of getting you there. And he kind of, gestures to this giant tower that you're currently in. So tell me, where can I take you?
Oh, I mean, we should probably go to Waterdeep first, right?
Yeah, first stop for us, I suppose. Do this cat
That way you
break
guys-
off. Oh,
Well, Waterdeep is so you guys can report about the rock being
oh
stolen.
that's right.
Yeah, we were trying to remember if we needed to go back there, and that's where we were sent from initially, so we should probably go back there and at least talk to whoever sent us. I don't remember who. Or what. Or if we just heard something.
Waterdeep, you say? I think I know this city. I believe I can get you there. Shall we leave immediately?
Por favor. Please and thank you, sir.
If you can't get us there, I'm sure the dwarf would be able to drive.
That is laughable, Bugbear. Please don't insult me here. I get no
I don't
respect
think you
for
could
these
even get
dudes,
up to my orb. And he kind of
Not
points
even
at
close, sir.
that hole in the ceiling 100 feet above your heads.
No, sir, I would not.
Then it's
Yeah,
settled.
my
He
foot-
stands up very, very quickly and kind of pushes the table a little bit. So, several hundred pounds of wood kind of slides towards you, kind of tips up kind of precariously, and then kind of bangs back down onto the stone with a very solid thud.
Trying to knock me off, sir? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sometimes with you little folks, you're so tiny.
I mean, please don't kill me. I love you.
So make yourselves comfortable. If you have your own pillows, I have nothing soft that I could bring down, I don't think, other than my own bed, and I need that for myself. So, whatever
about
you
some
have,
clouds?
make yourself comfortable. I will
Wanna snuggle?
start.
Yeah.
And
I haven't had my chance to snuggle you.
he walks around the table and kind of gets underneath the hole, and then casts a quick spell, and then flies up through the hole in the ceiling, and then kind of just disappears. Not disappears, like you just can't see him anymore once he goes up and through the hole.
This is
So-
a fun change of events. Yay.
You gotta give me an athletics check to try to climb up in that chair, because that chair is not, you're only like 3 foot tall. You're like 4 foot tall. That seat is like 7 foot above your head,
Bugbear gave me a boost.
That's right. All right. So, lulz. Yeah. So no problem. You can climb up in the chair. It's huge. Like it's 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
This guy's got a big old booty.
Sure, he doesn't accidentally sit on you when he comes back down.
Have at me, bro.
I'll just curl
Suddenly-
up underneath the table.
While you guys are kind of looking around and climbing up in dude's chair and stuff, you all suddenly feel a slight lurch, as this tower starts to move. And the next thing you know, there it is. It's headed in a northwesterly direction.
This
And
should
it-
take no time to get.
I mean, by no time do you mean today or next week? I'm curious. I need to bring that map up again.
How much speed does this thing have?
Well, it's really difficult to tell from this high up. It doesn't seem like you're moving that fast. But again, like I said, it's you're way above the ground, so your sense of movement might be kind of skewed.
Feet walking.
Right.
And I'm guessing we don't have to worry about fighting any goblins in the tower.
Unless you have a goblin that climbs up in there somehow from the 1,000
So
feet in the ground.
It should be a safe trip.
You know, this is a good time to pull out that flask of ale that I brought with me. I mean,
I'll take a drink.
heck yeah, join me up here, yo. Me and drinking buddy.
If I can make it in the chair, somebody give me a boost.
All right, so as you guys are kind of sitting around, waiting, hours go by, and you're just floating along. And as time goes on, you on occasion you'll go out and kind of look over the edge of the clouds, and you can see the everything moving beneath your feet. The Ardeep Forest, everything is kind of far off in the distance now. And evening time rolls around, and little to nothing nothing's really happened other than the wind kinda. You would see the occasional eagle and other kind of bird kind of flap around and land on some of the openings for the windows, hop around and then fly off. Uh-oh. I forgot to turn that down. All right.
Housekeeping.
Yep. No.
Bling, 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 bling.
Thought you were getting that call.
Yeah, the codex is calling.
And sorry guys, we got to call JD tonight. Sorry.
Actually, I do need to take this, guys. Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
Do it. I mean, I was only being sarcastic. No!
Sounds like we have a second, so I'll be right back.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. Impromptu break. Yeah. I just thought that's how you did peanut butter. And love wants to take downtown.
Oh boy. Ping Dangle.
Ding dangle. Oh yeah. Hey, how's it going? How y'all doing? How's your mama's doing?
You guys want to try and kill the Cloud Giant and take control of his ship?
No, God, no. I want to be best friends with the giant. I
I
mean,
should have learned Featherfall. I could just jump off this thing and then just land nicely.
I mean, now I'm really confused. How is it I'm the one voting to befriend the thing and somebody else is rooting to kill it? I mean, this seems a little backwards.
Could just, kill him and take over his ship.
Good luck with that. You have fun, sir. I'm going to sit right here and watch.
You can't tell me you're scared of a little Cloud Giant.
But my left one, sir, I am horrified. It wins. I will be its pet if it asks. Okay? It can step on me and I lose. I get that. I'm a small dwarf. All the things I know in this world.
How hard you'd hit.
I'm pretty sure that one swing or one spell cast would annihilate probably two of us at once.
I'm pretty sure he'd probably just, summon a gust of wind and just chuck us all off his tower.
Yeah, we're just sailing through. Yeah, exactly. So you guys have fun threatening the wind giant that is flying us around in his magical flying castle.
Just think about the XP we could get from killing him.
Bro, you have fun. I would be its pet first.
Probably looking at 4,000 XP from killing him.
Right? Suddenly you're level 11. What?
Well, I mean, so we divide that, 5 ways?
Oh lordy, lordy, just...
I know level 5, I'm sure, maybe.
I think that's a horrible idea, and I mean, of all the things we shouldn't do, I mean, this beats walking. You said it yourself, bro. Come on.
It's true. That's why I said we'll take over the castle. We'll have a dwarf wearing a giant hat, and we'll keep this thing afloat.
I mean,
Hey, I already called dibs on the hat.
Okay, well then our half demon will keep.
We'll have the hat. I'll ride the orb around and try to steer this beast. But y'all are gonna have to get me up on that orb first. We should get him to get me up there first because I mean, we're trying to get the smallest person to the biggest thing, and that's just. It is a horrible idea. This place is sized for a giant that can fly. I mean, we should befriend it.
We'll make a ladder in that giant hole.
What, with the table, sir? The table?
Yeah,
With what tool? With what tools? Damn it, I have the tools personally. Shit.
I mean, I have a freaking halberd and a hand axe. We could make it work, alright?
I actually have mason tools that can be makeshift used into I have the hammer, so.
There you go. See, we could.
We just need to make friends with the giant. He can fly, but he seems enamored. I mean, you saw the smile on some bitch's face. He's fucking happy, excited.
That's why he would never see us stabbing him in the back.
What? What are you guys discussing while I was gone? You gonna kill this guy?
Okay, so get this shenanigans right. That's what I'm saying.
Worst idea.
No, this is not the dwarf's idea at all. The dwarf wants to befriend this guy. I'd rather be his pet than die. The bugbear wants to murder it. The
highest dexterity?
I mean, probably the bugbear.
Mine's only 12.
15.
I've got some rope. We can fly the dwarf like a kite from this castle.
I mean, why
Someone's
the
got good knot time. But don't tie it that good.
I'm just saying, guys.
It wasn't his
Why are you trying to
idea
use
this
me as
time.
a kite? Why do you guys hate me?
It wasn't his idea this time, though, was it? It wasn't
No,
the dwarf's idea.
no, not at all. This was the bugbear. This was completely Gregor. He wanted to kill. I want to be his friend.
I come back and they're talking about killing the giant and taking over the tower.
No, Gregor's talking about it. No, dude, seriously though, he makes a point. We'd all be like level 15, just right
I don't
there.
think we'd stand a chance.
Yeah, that's why we would get so many levels if we pull it off. But
See, he would never expect it, so we'd all get a surprise attack right off the bat.
he's probably got like 800 health though. So I mean,
Yeah.
even if we all crit him in the eyeball,
off of this cloud.
Killing the giant is not a good idea.
especially when it seems to be happy to see us and is flying around us around a ship already for free. I gotta say that this is a fool's errand to even consider such a notion.
Okay, how about at the end of our 4 little trips here we're about to take?
I'll reconsider
Okay,
level 8.
Now I'm worried that the bugbear has drank the dwarf juice.
You know,
Alan's
he's
listening
listening.
to us
Hi,
now.
Alan. Hi. I see you. It was the bugbear's idea this time, Alan. I had nothing to do with it. He was.
You were a bad influence.
Oh, man.
I have it no other way. Thank you.
I'm just saying, guys. You should at least think about it.
If you know, if you pull your halberd out and start swinging, I'm right behind you attacking as well. But I dare say our best
actually, I don't
option.
know that. I actually don't know that. I remember the time I was
He's always
fighting
behind you by at least 50 yards.
The hat is life. The hat is life. Remember that.
Well, now that
Make little hats out of it.
Schemos is in possession of said hat, and we're in its castle, what says we don't kill the giant?
Oh,
You would have to
man.
guarantee
Morgan
everyone
Part
rolls a
2?
crit and
Good.
drops this guy in one hit. If
I'm
not, we
guessing
would
it
not
probably has
live.
around. I'm guessing it has probably around 300 HP.
At minimum, we'd have to be we couldn't miss it.
And we are currently thousands of feet up in the air in his house.
And, I mean, imagine if that magic turned off at the moment of his death. The castle would fall from the sky and just, like, kabooey.
That's when we climb on the
Like
hat.
Castle
Hopefully
River.
that'll be enough cushion.
I mean,
We
How
cannot
could
be
it-
you're gonna have to do so many things right in a row. I don't trust the screen to pull this off. I don't. I mean, if you give me all the crystal ball, we have a chance.
How about this? Just hear me out. You wait till the giant falls asleep. You tie the 2 giant statues over off the cloud. Solved.
Not a good idea.
How do we get up to the giant's bed?
Make a ladder, dwarf. Come on.
Alright,
I
I have ideas now.
I'm sure that by the time
I hope it
that we
does
got-
not involve killing the giant.
Oh, please, let's not kill each other.
If we needed to get down quick, we could take the curtains we passed through, whittle some wood off of the giant table, and craft some makeshift hang gliders.
Ooh.
There you go.
Or
Well,
everybody grab a corner of the curtain and we'll use it as a parachute.
I'm sure that our giant friend can make us a slide with his cloud. We climbed his cloud using his cloud ladder.
We need to ask him to make us some beds if we're going to spend the night here from cloud stuff. That stuff
And don't you
sounds
guys
like it'd
all
be
have,
amazing
like,
to sleep
cots?
on.
A cloud bed would be wonderful.
At this point, I'm relatively toasted and half slung out on this chair, so I mean, I'm happy where I'm at.
I'm getting a little.
I wouldn't sleep in the chair.
Heck yeah, drinking buddies! Yeah.
We have a
become a stain on his robe.
On second thought, maybe you should sleep on that chair.
Why is there a dwarf stain on my robe again?
Again?
For the same reason why there's a gnome print on your shoe. Whoops.
Was that a no to killing the giant?
Yes, that's a no.
It's a no from me.
I will change my mind at level 7.
I mean, I'll change my mind at level 20.
I mean, so. Explain to me our battle tactic to kill the giant. I am interested in how we actually do it. You might sway me.
Well, first I need Featherfall, or one of us would need Featherfall, because I am sure the first thing that he'd do is just chuck us off his tower and be done with us, if he didn't one-shot us. So,
I'm not serious. I don't want to kill the giant. I mean, I kind of want to kill the giant. I'm not going to lie. But
I don't think we would stand a chance.
Black ooze. Basically, one-shotted most of us.
Oozes are different, though. They're immune to, like,
And a
slashing
giant?
damage and stuff.
Not immune. They just get split in half until they have 10 or less damage.
And imagine the hit points that this guy probably has.
Yeah.
I figure he has probably around 300, maybe more.
And the damage that he could do.
I mean, what's each of us hitting
He could
for?
squash us with his big toe, probably.
I'm guessing he'd probably hit each swing that, like, probably do like 20 or 30 damage to us each swing.
At minimum. Just
That's a crit.
Right, but the thing is, he'd have to be hit. He would actually have to be hitting us. Each of us has rather high AC, so I mean, he'd have to be rolling. That is why you are the flip away from him, and we are all up like harassing the believers out of him because
I don't even think we should keep talking about this because he could overhear it.
I was joking. I don't seriously want to fight this giant yet.
I don't think we're actually talking in game since we're on pause. So,
all right, we're not. Yeah, I gave the signal. This is out of game.
Yeah, but you never know when he comes back. Dude, what are you guys talking about? Killing the giant?
And we'd all have to hit our hits too. That's the thing too. And I've seen
right.
And you know how good we've been rolling lately.
They'd all have to be crits.
Hello, chat. How's it going? Everything.
I figured give something for us to talk about while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Also, yes.
Parachute idea.
I mean, it's been a wonderful conversation, but I mean, dwarf pancakes. Just whoops.
Other thing we could do is all these weird torch things around. We could push it over on his rope and catch him on fire.
I think
they're up on the ceiling. We probably can't even reach.
And then what? He'd just crush us with his giant dong. I don't know that's a win for us.
And for me.
Because the braziers are hooked from the ceiling, so we probably can't even reach them.
Yeah.
We have a dwarf with a crossbow. Crossbow it out.
No, I'm still at this point with the idea that we need to be besties with this guy. At this point, as far as I can tell, we're already besties with this guy. Let's keep it up. I mean,
he loves me.
Exactly. You all love me. Let's do this. Yeah.
Oh,
besties with the giant. Besties with the giant.
Thought it'd be kind of fun to see how many hits it takes for him to kill.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until you die.
No, exactly. That's why we need to be. That's why we need to be besties with it. I want to live.
You could just challenge him to a friendly little, fist fight and see who wins.
You go, dwarf. Challenge him. You're always challenging people.
Sir, I know when I can be slapped into oblivion, okay?
You do.
You shut your bleeping mouth, sir. Sir.
You're challenging Zoltan.
I mean, Zoltan's one story. An 18-foot giant is another story altogether. I am about as big as he is. Draven, I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
It's alright. I was joking. We don't kill the giant. Yeah.
We're gonna have Skamos just yell at it to make sure he hears this.
Screech, screech, screech.
Hey.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
No, I don't. Well, actually, curious question. Who here actually speaks giant? I do.
Me.
I don't
So,
need to speak giant. He speaks English.
does he
He
speak
speaks common.
Really?
Or we wouldn't have
I
been able
hope
to
so,
talk to
or
him
I
in the
wouldn't
first
have
place.
understood anything he's been saying the last.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything speaks common.
See?
Except for goblins.
I mean,
And those
Flippin'
orcs. The
goblin.
orcs. The
And the
goblins,
orcs.
the
those.
goblins spoke better English or common than the orcs did.
I mean, but that orc spoke enough common to set my life, and I mean, we all saw how that turned out.
I kind of want that
I
one
still
one-eyed
remember the
orc
smell of your
back.
ass. I don't want to, but I do.
You're welcome, by the way.
Why do you want the one-eyed orc back?
He's the only one that shut up the dwarf for a minute.
I'm still aggravated about that, by the way.
If I had a necromancy spell,
Oh, I see.
I'd be swimming.
You know what? You know what? You all hate me. That's the moral of this freaking story. You all hate me. I mean, that's why
hide behind our board.
That's why you take the head, kick it into the river. Even if you did raise the body, it wouldn't be able to speak. You'd have to find the head.
I mean, we would have, just
No, I would have still taken the head. You all would have had to. I would have fought it again. Would have been worth
like
it.
1v1ing it close up like that.
Oh, it would have been worth it. It would have cleaved me in half. I think I had like 60
You know,
health.
learn a necromancy skill. That way, when next time one of us dies, you can just necromance us up.
That's my plan. I can
Oh, yeah.
spell so fast.
I mean, poor Alan in this whole work situation, seriously.
The giants just aren't something to be messed with.
Is that who was calling him his work?
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's work. He's on call this week.
Oh, that sucks. I'm off and I don't have to go back till January 2nd.
Mel has like 3 weeks off. Oh man, that's too much wife time.
And I purposely left my work computer at work.
Whoopsie, right?
I'm like, oh, dang, I forgot to take it home.
Oh. So, does this mean there's a chance we'll be fighting dragons too eventually?
Maybe.
I mean,
Kinda. It sounds more like Dragonborns because, they failed at resing the dragon.
well, even if it's dragon
They feel
can, I mean, I would imagine this adventure will leave us around the 14th level, give or take. So, I mean, it'll probably leave us somewhere around dragons. So, hopefully. Damn it.
You guys sure you don't want to kill the giant?
No.
I'm 95% sure that I don't want to kill the giant.
The hat is life.
Um,
I
We
jerk
can
that.
make mini hats. Mini hats.
I don't want a mini hat though. I want to figure out a way to just have that one hover over my head.
Constantly.
I mean, I don't care if I'm lawful good, and that hat will raise the towns as I walk through them. I want it.
Have it suspended above your head by like 50 feet. Floating above your head.
I
Oh,
guess
that
I can
sounds
do
good.
that when I'm, in towns. That's a good idea. I don't know how much control I'd have over the hat.
And it's huge.
I mean, I'm sure the hat itself emits enough wind and magic power that it can probably hold itself up. It just needs to know what its master is. It could probably be commanded by a good enough caster. Either that or it's that orb.
Is that, dwarf and letting him be like a kite still up for option?
No.
I have.
No, it's not. You
Yeah,
can,
rope too.
you can have Estrella. Fly her like a kite.
No.
Wait, that sounds horrible. I'm sorry. Damn it.
Yeah, 250-foot ropes.
50 feet, so we can get him closer to the ground.
Gentlemen,
Right.
no. This is a horrible idea.
I have 50 feet of rope too.
There you go.
No. You get yourself away from me with that idea, madam. I'm not into this. I'm not okay.
Wait,
No.
wait. The bugbear can throw pretty far, right?
I mean.
If we want to check out the second floor, I say we tie all of our rope together around the dwarf. The bugbear throws the dwarf up as high as he can, like a grappling hook. We can hold on and pull ourselves up.
Dwarf.
Okay.
Here.
Oh god, no. Okay, I'm sold. I'm all in for this. Good luck, please. I love this idea.
If we want to see the second floor, we could probably ask the giant.
He'd probably take us up there. He probably can
Yeah.
levitate us up there.
But that's
I
the
mean,
boring
You would
way.
probably be
When I asked if
impressed
you
to
want
see
to
us
cuddle,
climb up to the
I
second
wanted to
level. Alright.
bed.
Right, we love you. Dude. I mean, probably got a really big, comfy bed, too.
Think we can't Drea fly now?
I can. And I was going to ask if it's possible
What's
to
the
carry somebody while I'm
restriction?
flying.
Where'd you carry the bugbear up there?
Yeah, I was going to ask what the restriction for that was.
You could just carry a rope up there. And I mean,
Was it
There's
at a
a-
certain distance?
Find it.
Yeah, just carry the bugbear up there. I'm only
He's on the cell phone.
510 pounds
Yeah.
right now. Oh wait, no, I'm 95 pounds right now.
welcome back! Huzzah! Woo!
All right, sorry about that, y'all.
How much of that did you hear?
We'll remove it in post. Yeah, that was it was a family member, and I needed to take that call. So, and now I don't have to do the call anymore because the call is over. All right. So 2 days have gone by. Nothing has happened.
That was a long phone call.
Yeah,
2 days
that was a
have gone by.
2-day long phone call, and everything went according to plan. So the next day, everything kind of starts as normal, but then you just happen to notice 9 very thin and lightly armored humans riding giant vultures. They're flying towards the cloud, and they actually land on the outside of the cloud.
Humans riding vultures, you said?
That's what I said, bunny bread.
Well,
So the vultures... Whoops. I don't know why that did that. Remove you. Anyway, so yeah, there's 9 of them total. They land... Whoops. Move this down. So they all of them land on... the outside. Why is these not visible? And as they basically all land, their individuals riding them get off of their respective mounts. And there's so many of them. And I wish I could do one at a time, or more than one at a time here.
Like, grouping them would be a cool feature for
Yeah. Like, if I could just control-click multiples and make them all visible at once, that would be great. Make that happen, please, Fantasy Grounds. I would appreciate it. Anyway.
Mr. Zephyros, you have visitors.
Yeah. You have people at the front door, dude.
Hello?
So they come walking in.
Why is it so far away? That scares me.
They scare you? They're all kind of dressed similarly. All in black, essentially. Them on their mounts look a whole lot like this.
Ugh.
Pretty cute.
Yeah. They kind of all look like that.
Only a face a bugbear would love.
That's right. And only
These guys seem a little pretentious.
So yeah, a bunch of big vultures and a bunch of these. Now all the cultists, all the people. Gee, I gave that one away. All of them look. All of them look. Again, they're all dressed pretty much the same. They're all humanoid. You can kind of tell that the 2 that are in the middle are a little more important. The rest of them seem to be protective of them. That's kind of why they're kind of surrounding them like they are right now. And they're just kind of walking in right now.
Remember, guys, if we gotta go to fight, you take out the head first.
Kragic, do you remember what I just told you? If you want to do something here, I'll be off this table.
Oh, Zephyros, you have gas!
Right. Yo, big fella.
They all just kind of walk in. They walk around you, Greg. They're not paying attention to you at all. They just kind of walk their way around.
They just don't care. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Friends of the house, I said.
So they all move up. They all move up.
If they're just landing and they don't care, I'm guessing that they've been here before. Would be my guess.
As they stand underneath the circle, one of the 2 main guys in the middle lifts his head up and yells, "We would like to speak to the master of this tower!"
Sir? Can you please not shout?
They promptly ignore you.
Before you get stomped.
And so you kind of see a big head kind of poke around the hole and kind of look down. And then floating down from the ceiling, just as he did before, is our good friend Zephyros.
He does a superhero landing.
Yeah, he does another superhero landing. No, he just So actually, he does. He kind of flies down, does his flip, the same flip that he did for y'all. Ta-da!
Good job. Good
And
job.
he looks behind you, behind himself, and looks at you and goes, "Thank you." and looks at the rest of them and goes, Well, you wanted to see the master of the tower? It is I. What is it that you seek? The guys these guys step to the side down this way to allow where'd he go? I can't see. This is too small. There we go. Steps forward and says, "Cat, get out." That's not what he says. The cat's in my way.
I was like, what?
Cat, get out! What does this even mean? No, the animal.
Did the flying cat get lost already?
Is that code for something?
Yeah.
Hey, it's our cat bird, guys. Come on. Let's get it under control.
The Tressum is in the way right now. So it's great and powerful Lord of this tower. We bring you great tidings. I am an envoy. An envoy of someone who we would like you to ally with. And he kind of looks at him and goes, "Who are you speaking of?" So this guy steps to the side and the other one steps up. "Great and powerful giant, I am Nevron. We speak of the great and powerful, the pure embodiment of the wind in which your castle floats. I speak of Yan Si-bin." He kind of looks, says, strokes his wispy beard. "Do you now?" I must consult. Will you give me some time before making my decision? Yes, yes. Amarith kind of steps forward again. However, if this may sway you, we bring a gift. And he takes a bag out of his pocket and kind of holds it up to the giant. And you know, it's a decent size, like 2 handful type bag for a human, and just kind of hands it up with his head down. And so Zephyros kind of reaches down and picks it up gently between his 2 fingers and kind of peers at it. Just closes one eye to peer at it. It's like, "What is it?" "Your Grace, it is a bag of pixie dust. Its pinch has wondrous magical power. We thought someone as powerful as yourself could use it." Indeed. I still must consult. Please allow me some time. "As you wish, my liege." And as they bow, all the rest of them also bow. So the 2 guys in front bow first, and then everyone follows their lead. And they all bow.
Ooh.
So Zephyros then does his spinny thing and goes back up into his spot up here. And you can hear him starting to cast some sort of spell. So the rest of them kind of step to the side here and start not necessarily milling about, but they're definitely not letting their guard down around you all. They've all basically been kind of eyeballing you.
Which is probably a good idea at this point. Hello, how's it going? How are y'all doing today?
We are not here to talk to you.
Oh, that is fine. I'm just trying to be friendly. We're kind of stuck in the same place and whatnot.
What business do you have with the Cloud Giant?
Just as much business as you.
Oh,
Somehow I doubt you are envoys for Yansi Bin.
I couldn't even pronounce that, my sir, so more than likely not.
Gesundheit.
He glares at you, dude. Like, he daggers from the eyeballs at Huss.
Well played, buddy. Well played. And see, guys, I think I'm starting to rub on all of y'all. I mean, alright.
Yeah, so they're just kind of hanging out. They're waiting.
Who is this Yon Sea Biscuit guy?
Yansi Biscuit.
Yancy biscuit.
Biscuits? Ooh. Is there butter for these biscuits?
Yansi Bin. One of the most powerful air lords in all the plane of air.
More powerful than our friend here in the castle?
I'm sorry, sir. I've literally been under a rock for the past. I can't say I know much about air power.
Then one should
That's
keep
funny.
their mouth shut when one does
The
not
dwarf
know
should
what
be
they
the
are talking
master of
about.
air.
What was that?
I said
Hot
the
air.
dwarf should be the master of hot air.
Oh, fair yes.
Envon kind of runs up towards you
Uh-oh.
with a few of his friends right behind him. Tell me, Turtle. Do you think you can deal with the power of one of the greatest air lords ever that has existed longer than this planet that we step upon has? One of the first primordial lords? Do you think you have any notion of the power it holds?
You don't gotta take this from him, Huss.
No, but I'm guessing our friend Zephyros does.
We will find out, won't we?
We will.
If it's wind, can't you just capture him in a jar?
I plead the fifth. I have nothing good to contribute to this.
He just snorts. Not worth my time.
I start
And
giggling loud.
he turns around and walks off, and you can kind of hear him kind of mutter something about animals that should be put in cages.
Keep in mind the dwarf is giggling rather loudly at this point, only half trying to keep from blurting.
All right, so yeah, they spend their time. They're just waiting. You can every once in a while you're hearing like a grunt or a moan come from upstairs, but nothing really intelligible that you can make out any words or anything like that. This goes on pretty much all night. the cultists themselves kind of get out their gear, and they kind of talk about their watch shifts, and they basically bed down for the night.
Going back to my chair.
All right. So the rest of that night kind of goes on with no issues whatsoever. Castle's still floating along. The next day, Zephyros again floats down from his ceiling and looks at, these guys. They immediately kind of, as soon as he comes down, they immediately run over and kind of go back into their formation that they had before. And greet him. They bow very deeply towards him. Have you made your decision, my liege? Well, no. I want to ask a question first. Anything you want, my liege. Not to you. He turns around and kind of looks at you guys and says, you've had a moment to spend some time with them. I've been communing with the other side, and it's not been forthright yet. I haven't learned anything. That's really what I'm trying to say here. Do you have any ideas? Do you think this is a good idea? What say you?
I do not think it's a good idea.
They seem to be the
my
zealot
gut
types.
says not to trust them.
They have no sense of humor at all.
Nope. They seem to be zealots who seem to control, want to control. Their god seems to be the all-powerful, mighty. I've seen plenty of these types in my time, and they never seem to last. Sorry.
And they didn't even clap when you did your superhero landing.
That's true, but that's not necessarily
that was
a bad.
Awesome, sir. That was a good job, sir. By the way, good work as always.
And I would be careful of the so-called pixie dust that they gave you. Although I'm sure you are more knowledgeable and would know whether it is something you should be, careful with or not. But I do not trust these people for just a gut feeling.
I am not sure who this Yan Si Bin is, but I believe I will side with my traveling companions. You can go about your business. And they glare at him, but they know probably messing with him is probably a bad idea. So they turn, and Nevron kind of just puts his finger in the air and kind of does a little quick circle.
Go.
And they all make their way out. And as they are all mounting their various vultures, Amareth, the other leader of this group, says, Yan Si Bin will remember this. He will take the very air out from your lungs and watch your chest cave in. You have been warned. And they mount their vultures and they fly away.
Be sure to have butter for our biscuits.
I know CPR.
Nope. All right. I was trying to set them all invisible. Doing control doesn't work. Dude, seriously? Where are you? All right. Yeah. So all these guys go away.
Well, now we have some new enemies.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't come back to bite us in the ass.
No, we are totally fine. Nothing to worry about.
Hey, we have a giant on our side now, so...
I mean, there is that. There is that.
He seems to trust us, so...
I mean,
Nobody can do anything to make that go the other direction.
that's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
See, Greg, I told you that was a horrible idea.
All right.
Let's shut up.
After they all leave, he kind of he looks at you all and goes, "Thank you very much for your counsel. I do appreciate it ever so much." And he kind of bows.
You are welcome, sir.
And
I'm not sure what we did to warrant such trust from you, but thank you.
so then he toes? Yes, he toes. He goes ahead and does his little flight back up to his area.
Spinny, 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 fly away.
Yeah. Whee! Yeah. And gone.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, I'll miss you.
Oh, we should have asked him if we could take a
Cloud
view
beds.
of the second floor.
Right?
Oh,
What
cloud
do
beds. Yeah, we were going to ask for cloud beds too. Dang it.
I mean, there's a big old cloud outside. You can go lay on it.
I mean, that's an option? I mean, I've been stuck inside for the last couple of days. I mean, just gonna pop out here and enjoy me some sun. Screw you guys.
Hey, I'm surprised the dwarf hasn't taken a pee off the side of the cloud.
Oh, that's happened already. At least once, you know that's happened already.
I mean, off the steps, arcing and everything. I mean, I tried not to make it a spectacle since you brought it up.
He's all like,
I mean,
"I am the first dwarf to pee on the Sword Coasts." And it's so amazing.
Just watch out for flying vultures.
That's right.
laughing hysterically the whole time. I mean, yeah. The fact that you all brought me to this, thank you, good work.
All right. So the castle continues on. It continues its trip.
Man, we could have been there already on horseback.
Can I tell where we're at this point?
So you were trying to go to Golden Fields. That's where you said Waterdeep.
Yeah, we were going to go
so
back.
Waterdeep was going to take. Waterdeep would have taken you way more than that. Should have been about 4 days. Yeah, it should have been like 4 or 5 days by horseback. And it's only been 3.
Oh, okay. Seems like it's been longer.
No, it's because I was on the phone for a long time. That's why it seems way longer than that. This was essentially the 3rd day.
Oh, okay.
Where this happened.
The question is, do we have 3 to 4 days worth of rations between us all? Is the question.
I think we have 5.
I mean,
and I'm sure he can conjure us up some food if he doesn't have food.
Right. Seriously, he has a giant amount of food. That'd feed a fucking bug. I'm sorry. That'd feed a bugbear. Heck.
Eat the cat? No, Revan Master. We're not going to eat the cat. Well, I mean, if they choose to eat the cat, that's up to them. I don't think Huss will allow that, though.
One piece of his bread would probably feed all 5 of us.
All right.
So, if you're hungry, I can make food.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Imagine that. We got spells.
Food? What? You have my attention.
I guarantee.
We gonna have turtle soup?
Ooh. Yes, turtle soup sounds great. So I say,
the turtle's gonna make soup. It'll be turtle soup.
Right. I'm gonna need you to ask you a favor. I have a secret to tell you. I'm gonna need you to come real close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a secret. I ain't got nothing to this.
Wow.
It's a trap. It's a trap for turtle soup. It's a trap.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on. All right, so the next day, well, this day, not the next day. This day continues on for a while, and then a couple of hours later, Zephyros comes back down, Because he's bored, I guess. I don't know. He keeps coming back down because he's got nothing better to do.
Well,
And he just
Wolf
landed.
needs to make a
Did
new
he land
character.
on the dwarf?
No, he didn't land on him. He landed near him.
Oh, okay.
Totally smooshed.
Yeah. And you got a really good view up his robe, though.
What is this fabric, sir?
So he comes down and it's like, I realize that I have kept the gift that those previous visitors had brought me. I don't feel right keeping it, considering I turned down their offer. He picks it up and kind of puts it on the floor. Perhaps you can get more use out of it.
Yeah, give it to the Templar. Or the Paladin.
The Templar? Now a Templar! So he puts the bag on the ground.
Ooh.
How do we know it's really pixie dust?
Kind of a closer look at it to see if it's truly pixie dust.
Yeah.
If I can tell those things.
I mean, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana? Let's see.
Intelligence Arcana.
Oh, this is going to be horrible. Come on, high roll. No whammies. No. Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah, this is a bag of pixie dust. It looks like it has about 10 pinches worth of dust in it. And yeah, so it's got a chance. You remember some things about it. You don't remember everything, but you know that it can do random things.
Ooh.
So, but mostly flying. You remember flying.
So, do you all mind if I hold on to this? I think that's
No,
with the conversation of throwing dwarves.
not a chance.
Not a chance.
I swipe it up off the floor, considering I'm the closest to it, and scurry just behind the giant. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir, for this gift. We greatly appreciate it. We will sort this out between ourselves after you leave.
He nods and just kind of floats back up, kind of oblivious to all the things that are going on.
My crossbow.
Or if you don't hand it to me or Drea, I'm gonna start casting some things.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I mean, Greg, please talk to him. You're their friend, right? Damn it. Yeah, that's Greg. Yeah, that's right.
I'll go ahead and ready my halberd.
Can I use a pinch of this pixie dust on Greg whilst I'm here? I want random effect.
All right.
Don't waste it. It could be valuable, too.
Are you actually doing a pinch of pixie dust on Gregic?
At this point, I'm now fearful of my life. Yes.
Okay.
I want to see what happens.
All right. So Gregic, so Morgan quickly grabs a little pinch and tosses it on you, Greg. And what happens to you is Why did that just fall off? There we go. So your feet lift up off the ground, and you now have the ability to fly for the next 10 minutes.
Shit. Damn it. Alright, fine. I give the bag of pixie dust to Greg.
I don't want it. Give it to the Paladin.
I'll take it.
It's too late. You're already laughing on the floor.
Did you just cast...
And you won't get up.
And he failed his save, too. So, wow. So, yeah. Morgan's now prone on the floor, laughing his butt off.
Before he used the pinch, but, that was too slow.
Yeah. So... now we have a floating bugbear and a laughing on the floor, rolling on the floor, laughing dwarf.
I love it.
Advantage of this and go explore the second floor.
While he's laughing, I'm going to get the bag from him.
So you want to fly up to the second floor?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Well, I got 10 minutes, right?
Yeah. All right. Cool. So you float up to the second floor, and what you see up there,
like this is like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
it is now, buddy. All right, hold on.
Great, we're gonna get kicked out for your drink, fuzzy lifting drink.
That's right. Where did you go? Where are you, Greg? There you are.
I'm the one over here by. Yeah.
All right, so you float up into the second floor, and you see a giant-sized bed, and there's an orb sitting over in this corner, and it's kind of pulsing. It's sitting on a pedestal, and it's kind of just sitting there pulsing. There's a giant-sized chest. It's about 10 foot wide and about 8 foot tall, over directly to the north. And again, a big, giant bed. A huge bed over in the other corner.
Chest. Look at the chest. What?
Don't be stealing stuff while you're up there, dude.
You don't see You don't see Zephyros at all.
I don't want to try and drive the castle. I want to try and drive the castle.
Do it, please. I want to see this, please.
Okay, so it's going to be kind of difficult to get up there. I mean, you could probably try to do it, but the pedestal that it's sitting on is... How tall are you again? You're like 8 foot something, aren't you?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you're flying right now anyway. It wouldn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. All right, so what do you show me where you're floating over to?
I don't have that on my thingamajigger.
Scroll up. Scroll up.
Slide the map up.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fly to the orb thingamajigger.
Okay. So fly over to the orb. So you fly over to the orb. What are you doing with it?
I want to put my hand on it.
Okay. You put your hand on it.
Anything happen?
No, nothing happens.
Oh, well that's...
Smack it. Smack it.
I want to talk to it.
Okay. What are you saying?
How's it
You
going?
said hi. You said hi to the orb. All right. Nothing happens.
Well, crap.
Give me a perception check.
I like that. Let's do a perception check.
Give me a perception check.
I fail these.
I fail these.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, so you can hear faintly above you, 80 feet above you, through that second hole. You can kind of hear Zephyros' booming voice saying something somewhat like, "Oh, yes, you're so cute. Yes, yes."
Go check that out.
Alright,
So cute.
I think I'll fly to Zephyros.
Zephyros. All right, go ahead. So as you fly up, and you fly up and you kind of look, you can see Zephyros standing over, and he is feeding what looks to be raw meat, maybe, to a bunch of
Was this stealthily, slowly? Or
he just flew up. He just flew up. He was not being stealthy at all. But up here in the top, Zephyros is kind of feeding these giant winged beasts.
Griffins?
Yeah, griffins. They got big honking beaks, and one of them's kind of rubbing up against his leg, and he's kind of just scratching the back behind their head and scratching between their wings and just cooing to them.
Kitty.
Yeah. He's kind of treating them like cats.
Oh, that's freaking odd. Go pet the griffin. Go pet the griffin.
I would be like, "What up, Zephyros? How you doing?"
You surprise him. He's like, I was unaware that bugbears could fly. This is going in my book. I've met
Bugbears
the
can't
only
fly.
flying bugbear. And he kind of peers at you a little bit and goes, wait.
Can you hear the dwarf
He casts
laughing
a
hysterically?
quick spell and looks at you again and goes, you use the pixie dust. Naughty.
The dwarf had a moment. It's not my fault.
It was the door's fault.
When he said naughty, he was smiling, so it wasn't like I'm going to kill you, naughty. It was more of a, oh, you mischievous little scamp type. You're naughty.
See, me and this guy can get along. We're besties. We're meant to be together.
I just wanted to check out your place. You got a nice place.
Oh, thank you. Yes, but I must say, my griffins here, they're free range. They come and go as they please, and as you kind of look around, you can see, like, there's big openings throughout this entire area, so no glass, no nothing, it's just giant opens. Each one of these, you can notice, like, 4 very large piles of straw, and laid out, around where they kind of are nesting, essentially. So they're their nests, the griffin nests, and they kind of live on top of this guy's tower. But I would say be very careful. They're gentle enough with me, but I think they might peck your arm off.
Think I'll stay away from them.
That's prudent, very prudent, and possibly even prudent.
Can I drive the castle?
But I was under the impression that you were trying to go to, where was it again? It was something, Shallow Cove? I believe?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep, yes. I was close. I was very close.
Yeah,
Say,
you're close.
you wouldn't happen to know how long that flying will last, do you?
10 minutes.
Do you know how long you've been floating around my abode?
I'm guessing it's been about 10 minutes. No.
You're gonna hurt when you land.
No. But you may want to make your way down shortly. He kind of winks at you with one giant milky eye, with a little sly little wink.
I'm not catching you, Gregor. You hear from the dwarf way down there.
It's been about 3.5 minutes, by the way.
Alright.
Still
Either
laughing.
way, I'll take that as my chance to go on down.
Okay. All right. Easy enough. All right, let's go ahead and hide these dudes again.
There's griffins up there.
What?
What?
Can we fly him?
Oh no, I didn't ask. I just wanted to fly the castle.
And
I
how
just
did
wanted
that
to
go?
fly the castle.
And how did that go?
Like a little kid. I just wanted to fly the castle. That's all I wanted to
Dude,
do.
I mean, that's legit. Good job trying to play a castle, buddy. Good work.
Alright.
All right, so a little more time goes on, and then suddenly, while you're still chilling out and just waiting, you hear this.
Uh-oh,
And it's
is the
coming
motor
from
dying?
above you.
Did you find a lady friend or something? What's going on? Do we need to cast more pixie dust on Gregor? Send it back up there.
I mean, you can probably try to look through the hole too.
Can we tell what's going on through the hole?
Dude?
So
Yeah,
as you look up
okay.
through the hole, you can't quite see because the angle's a little bit steep. But what you notice is that you hear the noise, and then you see his head for a second.
These probably better.
And it's happening over in the upper corner. It's happening right around. Let me go ahead and put like where the noise is centered at is like right in here. But you keep hearing. Then you see his head. You see his head again. You see his bed. And then you see his head again.
Monkeys jumping on the bed.
And this goes on for a little while.
He's snoring.
Good for you, brother. Good for you.
Yeah, so, yep.
I mean, how can we sleep with this nonsense going on? It's good. I mean,
Yeah. All right, so the rest of the late afternoon moves into evening. And suddenly you feel the castle slow. And then it suddenly comes to a stop.
yay!
We must be there.
Maybe. So
Going outside to have a look.
Where have we stopped? What's going on? Oh.
as he floats down, so you go out and you look outside, and you'll notice that you're above a large, what can only really be described as a walled orchard.
Ooh. Oh, this looks lovely.
You're far above it. Matter of fact, from above, you can easily kind of see what the entire thing looks like. And it's this very big, very large orchard that you are currently floating to the south of, and you can kind of see laid out before you.
Oh, that looks lovely. Where are we, Sir Giant?
Exactly where I am supposed to take you.
Waterdeep?
Golden Fields. Somehow.
Yes, that seems right. That seems right.
Well, it's one of the places we wanted to stop.
I knew it. The voices told me this is where you needed to go.
Isn't
So
that where we're
this-
supposed to take the catbird?
Is where I
Yeah.
took you.
Thank you, sir. Would you be able to stick around while to help us get us to the next stop?
No, that is not that is not my role in all of this. My role was to get you here. And that role has been completed.
Well,
Yes,
thank you for your
I
generosity.
believe this is where we part ways.
It was a pleasure, Sephiros. If we can ever aid you in anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, no, please, my little friends. The pleasure was mine. Even though our paths go separately now, we are on the same trajectory. We will stop whatever it is that happened, and we will bring peace to this land. I know it. I've seen it. It's the middle part that I'm not so sure on. But that's neither here nor there. Or there nor here. But hey, we're here, so you should go there.
Thank you,
I like
Sephiros.
that. Yes! Be off with you then. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Peace out. Safe travels. Getting kind of airsick.
May we get the cloud stairs to
Yeah,
make our way
the cloud
up?
stairs are already there. Like,
Okay.
when you guys get outside, the
Cloud
cloud stairs are already
Cloud
there.
slide.
No, there's no cloud slide.
He was hoping for a cloud
He was hoping for
slide.
a cloud slide, but there was no cloud slide.
Asking for a cloud slide. Sir, can I get a cloud slide?
No.
Thank you. Aw. I
Nope.
tried.
No cloud slide. All right, so oh wait, you know what? I forgot to. I gotta give that pixie dust out because I did not do that yet. Who has it now? Who took it from?
While he was laughing, I wanted to take it.
All right, so Huss has it now. All right. Whoa. All right, where is your thing? There it is, and inventory is right there. All right. And you now have the pouch with pixie dust. It only has 9 charges now.
Is that the unidentified item?
It was relatively identified as pixie dust
Did
that
it
makes people
actually
float.
not do that? That's weird.
Yeah. It dropped a thing of 10 and says unidentified.
Neat. That's... I don't know why it did that. We know what it is. You can just change the name of it. I'll do it.
Okay.
And we have 9 pinches left. Done! Okay. Yeah, so... You guys kind of make your way down the stairs. It takes a little bit of time. And now you're not right over top of... It'll take a little bit of time to get to the front gate of this city that you're at. And as you move into that area, as you kind of look up, you can kind of see all the walls of this place. And in this area, like the walls themselves, they don't look... They're big and imposing, but they don't look like they're super well maintained. A little crumbly, some of the mortars kind of fallen out in between some of the stones. It's not super pretty, but it definitely looks functional. It is generally a nice looking place. So everybody give me a history check real quick for me.
History.
Organize. Ugly.
All right.
Ugly,
Wow.
ugly.
Yeah. So generally, you guys kind of know that this is the city of Golden Fields is essentially the one place where most of the North gets their fresh fruit and vegetables and things like that from. If it wasn't for a place like Golden Fields, most people in the harsh northern landscapes wouldn't get anything outside of like berries off bushes, because it's very difficult to get, large trees and crops like that to grow this far to the north. Harsher climate and stuff like that. So this is kind of a modern miracle, and it's made it an extremely affluent town, and only just because it is the one place where pretty much everyone around gets fruit and vegetables from. So yeah, that's Golden Fields. So as you get a little closer, you definitely see, the front gate. And as you kind of move up to the front gate, you can see the gatehouse. So that north trail kind of ends right before a big stone gatehouse. So this actually looks a little better maintained than the walls do. But as you kind of get close, you see images of full-bodied women cradling cornucopias on the gates themselves, kind of carved into it. The gatehouse is a fortress. It just looks like a fortress. It's tall, thick wooden doors. There's also arrow slits that you can see on both sides, kind of angled downward towards the main roadway and, you know, below. So it's very, very imposing. This was made to be defended. And as you kind of get close, you can see the 2 double doors in front, and they are currently closed.
So, can we see if we can alert anybody in that guard tower?
Oh, they see you. You can kind of see some people looking at you right now. Actually, and into kind of the north and south. So you got the gate basically directly right in front of you. You can see immediately to your right, you know, a few feet, about 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet up, and 50 feet to the other direction. You can kind of see these watch posts. Hold on. Let me find a way to put... Hold on, give me a second. I will move them. It would be easier if I had an easier way to do this, but I don't, so you guys are all way too big for this map. That's what that is. That is way too big for this map.
Well, that was a blessing from Zephyros.
No. You are now not all giants.
Oh, man!
I wanted to be a 10-foot tall door.
Honestly, I just should put like a big arrow. That's what I really need to have, is just a big arrow. There's no grid on this because it's just the city map. So,
why am I the only one who's like uber tiny?
Because I made you super tiny. Because I made that happen. That's what I do.
I would like to greet the keepers at the gate. Hello, friends. Can we do some trade with you? We would like to buy supplies and maybe rest.
Well, we're here to deliver the cat bird.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the cat bird.
We came from Night Stone.
Night Stone.
Yeah, Night Stone.
Night Court. We came from Night Court.
And we're here to deliver a cat bird to...
Did they give us a name? I don't recall.
He told us the name of the boy.
Yeah, now I gotta look it up because I don't remember it either.
Because I forgot.
Because nobody writes anything down, even me.
Oh, were we supposed to be writing stuff down?
I have a pad of paper in front of me taking notes.
That was Miros.
Miros.
Yep, the son.
I wrote the places down.
Miros Zelbrin.
I wrote down the place in the north. How you say?
Huss, you have the cat bird, right?
I do.
You want to talk to the guards and tell them that we're here to deliver it?
Yes, you already told them we're here to deliver it. Now we
to
have
my
the name.
to Miros. Miros? Miros.
Miros Zelbrin or Zelburn.
I'm not sure exactly who that could be. I don't get out of, I just guard the gate. I don't know everybody who lives here. But
May
you're...
we enter?
Yes, please. Come in. And the front gates of the gatehouse open, and you can see a second set of gates just beyond it. So they wait for everyone to kind of make their way inside the gate, and they close the one gates behind you, and then they open up the second set of gates into the rest of the town. When you go into Golden Fields, you are greeted with just, besides the roads that are kind of branching out from this main gatehouse, leading up to the various walkways for the prayer fits and the guard towers that you can see. You see just fields and fields of plants being grown, tended to by random folk throughout everywhere. You can kind of see all the things. A little bit up, you can kind of see some livestock fields. That's kind of directly in front of you. There's like a forest or something like that directly up. And then straight ahead, you can kind of see in that middle area there is where there's a bunch of houses there. Right there, it looks like smack dab in the middle.
That's what all those little squares are, or little houses?
Just houses. Tons and tons of houses.
Alright, guys.
Let's go to up towards the houses.
We need to find if this person still lives here.
Yep.
I want to come down to this section and see if I can't find and knock on these doors.
So down there is just a bunch of towers. They're small, they're squat, they're made of stone, they're all circular. And they kind of have thatched roofs, but they look like there is like they open. Like the top looks like it opens.
Oh, that's fun, like grain towers or something. Can I tell if these other circle spots circling this section are the same from where I stand? Or are similar enough to maybe that I don't need to go check them out?
You like all the way across on the other side of that big vast field that you're looking across. Yeah, right over there. Same exact type of buildings. Which makes a whole lot of sense considering how much grain and whatnot is being grown in this particular area.
Absolutely. I'm going to stick with these guys at that point and head up towards these houses. I'm sure I'm just behind them.
All right, so as he's trying to head up towards the houses, the buildings kind of look... they're all, like, they're in this, like, concentric half rings kind of going all the way around here. And you can kind of see, right in the middle, they have, like, this big grassy area that you can see basically right smack dab in the middle. It looks just well-maintained. The grass is nice and cut low. And it looks like, you know, where people would hang out or where they would have town meetings, stuff like that. And directly to the south, you see an abbey of some sort. And it itself is, it's very elaborate. Compared, everything else in this town is pretty functional that you've seen thus far. Like, the buildings are generally like stone with thatched roofs or wooden roofs. Not super fancy, nothing, no carvings or anything like that. Just solidly built and functional buildings. But this one is just elaborate. There's definitely stone carvings throughout all over the front of it. And yeah, it's fancy. Sunset windows, stained glass. There's basically a big sun made of stained glass right above the front door of it. And a lot of... Yeah. And there's statues on every single corner of a woman with her arms raised like this, with her hands up, kind of reaching out towards the sky. Almost as she's trying to summon rain.
I'm going to see if I can find someone to talk to, so I'm going to...
There are people milling around all over the place. Most of them kind of, either pulling carts or, walking on their own or are heading back towards the houses.
I'm going to talk to a couple of them, see if they know where Myros?
Yeah, Myros.
Yeah.
Is this place big enough to have, like, a trading post or a market of any kind, or maybe a merchant's guild presence?
I don't know anything about much like that, but there is a brewery.
Ooh. I can go for some ale and whatnot.
We've got, let's see, what we have, no, that doesn't count either. We have the main thoroughfare where we sell most of our things, but that's normally done towards, for settlements. We don't do much direct sales to people, but we have livestock and we have the offices that I don't know what you want really. There's
Darn.
There is the inn. That's probably the best bet. Miros. Do you happen to know the last name?
Crap. No?
It's Zelburn.
Zelby. Zelby, yes, he runs the inn. If that's who you're looking for, he lives at the inn. He runs the inn.
And where is the inn?
Oh, well, if you just go to the outermost ring of the main city, just straight up, and then hang a left. No, wait, a right. Wait, hold on. And he holds up both of his hands and looks at him.
Are you the scarecrow?
And looks at you and goes, which one's the L? You can't miss it, though. If you get the outer ring, I put it this way. If you hit the outer ring and you went to the livestock fields, you went the wrong way.
Okay.
All right.
Is that all I can help you
your-
folks with?
Would that be this way?
Yep, right over in there.
That's
Yep.
what I'm guessing.
Yeah, so that's the outer ring. You move yourself out, and you'll heads towards the North Faroes Inn. That's the name of the inn here. You can kind of see the signs just kind of hanging there. It's really, really nice. It's got it's regular stone walls, but it's got a bunch of chimneys on it. And there's smoke coming out of every single one of them. It definitely has a lively kind of feel to it, but not like big city ruckus. It's more of a subdued, a more subdued kind of energy.
What do you mean, bad D&D party? I mean, subdued presence. Husk, get up here. You have this cat we're trying to deliver, right?
I'm right here.
Yeah, he's right with us.
Oh, that's right. Maybe if I
I'm
zoom
going
in.
blind.
I'm zoomed in. Maybe if I
Okay.
can read the name.
All right, so as you guys come in, you kind of look around, and it's a good sized common area. There's a lot of tables sitting out. There's various people there being served some food and drink, and you do see behind the counter there is a amazingly furry individual currently kind of wiping down flagons. He has got this long, crazy white hair that's covering his face. It's all down his arms. He looks a whole lot like a much shorter and white-haired
Bugbear.
Gregic.
Oh! It's my long lost brother.
It's my brother from another mother.
Gregor, we found one of yours. Know this kid? As I kind of mildly point at this fella here.
And that's what he looks like, by the way.
Very nice.
King fella.
Abominable snowman.
Nice.
It's Santa Bugbear.
I need an ale from this man. Sir, I would like to buy a drink.
Absolutely. What would you like?
Your strongest ale, please.
Oh, I have just the
Well,
thing.
sir.
We have a fresh batch of honey ale that just came from the brewery.
Ooh.
Nice. I would
Please.
like one too.
Well, one for me, my pally friend. Please.
All right, so he turns around and he gets down and, kind of starts filling up the flagons, drops them each and goes and says, 2 silver each.
All right, I got this round. I'll deduct it from my end. 2 silver, you said?
Yes.
Alright, I need to make silver. Wow. 7, 3.
By chance, do you know Miros Zelbrin?
He kind of looks at you. Why would you want to know about Miros?
We're here to deliver a message to him.
And his pet cat bird, I guess?
We just came from
Nightstone.
Nightstone.
Oh my. I'm Miros. It's my parents, isn't it?
Sorry to say yes.
Yeah, they done diddly died.
Wow.
That's what the hell it brings. Sir, we are so sorry. We are so sorry, but yes, unfortunately, they did pass. Please mind us.
Nightstone was attacked by giants and goblins, and they did not survive. However,
That's
the cat
absolutely
bird
terrible.
survived, and we brought it along with us.
Tweety.
Because we knew it used to be yours.
He reaches out and kind of puts his hand out, and the cat, apparently named Tweety, climbs up into his hand. And kind of nuzzles against his furry face.
Aww.
Right, that's flippin' adorable. I mean, good beverage, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, the honey ale is one of the specialties of the local brewery. He kind of explains.
I mean, I love mead as on a personal level, just by the way. Yeah.
So you'll notice. So you kind of look at your mug that he has served it in, and this is some pretty good pottery. It's varnished clay, and on the sides there's sheaves of golden wheat that's been painted on them. But yeah, they're really nice looking.
Nice. So, would we be able to buy? You wouldn't happen to have a bottle or two of this for the road, would you, sir? I'd love to be able to have a few drinks for later.
Sorry, son. I only deal with the kegs.
Good man. Best that way, anyway.
Yeah, so it's been getting late. You kind of got here kind of late at the third day. So there's a few people up and around and inside here. He kind of looks as like, are you staying the night then?
Please, do you have
If
rooms?
you have the room.
And
We
a
do,
bottom spot for our
and-
bugbear.
Yeah. I may need to get him out of my main area before he starts scaring away the locals. I'll be honest with you. I was a little worried, but when the rest of you came in, I was even more worried. So, yeah, and I tell you what, because this is your first night, and you brought this news to me, I will let you stay here the night for free.
Dude,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
So he kind of picks the cat and trying to drops it onto the thing, and it says, a matter of fact, he turns around and fills up 5 flagons and 5 of these cups and puts them down and goes, this round's on me. Thank you for
sir.
bringing me that information.
Tweety looks very happy to see you.
I
slam the drink that I have. Thank you, sir. Wonderful news. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. So you guys have delivered the cat. You have completed the quest that was asked of you, and that has and you have made it to this area of Golden Fields, and congratulations, dealing with the silliness that you had to deal with those guys, and getting here and completing that quest has leveled you all to 5. So, congratulations to all of you. We're right around 10 o'clock, so what we'll do is we'll end the stream portion of it here. We'll do all the leveling, because level 5 is a big level for everybody. So we'll just talk about that. So, you are now in Golden Fields, and you have delivered the cat. Congratulations. And nobody died this time, which was pretty good. We had a flying bugbear. That was fun. And we met some cat griffins.
I'm really surprised y'all let me get away with that for as long as y'all let me get away with that. Be perfectly honest. I mean, I expected the laughing spell pretty instantaneous.
All right, so so we're gonna end the stream here, guys. Thank you very much for being here. I like to give a bonus roll of Divine Favor to everybody who hung out to the end of my stream, and I do that by rolling a d20 and giving extra Divine Favor. And today our roll is an 8, which is not the worst, but it's, whatever. It's free. You get what you get. That's 40 Divine Favor for everybody. Again, guys, you can go and watch anybody on Mixer, but you came to watch me. That makes me very happy. It makes you wonderful human beings. We will be back on Sunday for Kingdom Hearts 2. I am on vacation, so there may be a whole lot more streaming going on during the week. We will see how that turns out. So if you're not following me on the Twitter, follow me on the Twitter or in my Discord. That's where I usually announce when I'm about to do something crazy, whatever it is. But again, guys, thank you much for being here. My name is Alan Yelloweyed. I will see you on Sunday. Until then, be good to yourselves, be good to each others, and have a great